That's cool.
Are you recording?
I'm recording. I'm using all of that. I'm using every single bit of it. She did. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Amra from the Ramblin' Richardsons. And today's a big day. We've got a procedure today at the doctor we got to go to. So before I tell you more about that, just want to take a moment to ask you to go down there, subscribe to the videos, like the videos, ring the notification bell so you don't ever miss any of the videos that we post. But I decided to do the video outside today. We had a doozy of a storm last night. It's been raining lately. And if you watched video from earlier this week, you can see that it messed up my outdoor time that I was going to use to do the yard work, but that's okay. So I'm out on the front porch with Kimberly, our Kimberly Fern. So we've already done 2 rounds of IVF. Both of those rounds were unsuccessful. So now we're going to go to get a biopsy done. And the biopsy is going to do a couple of things. And I wanted to take a couple of minutes at the beginning of the video here just to kind of go over some information. It will test to see if you have endometriosis. If you haven't been tested for that or had a diagnosis of endometriosis, this can do that. But it also can give the doctors an idea of the best route and the ideal location to plant the embryos. Now, our embryos are untested or not genetically tested. And if you've watched of course, here comes a train. I'll give it a second. It's hard to be a YouTuber. So, like I was saying, our embryos are not genetically tested. So what that means is when you take your donor cells and you fertilize your eggs that you've retrieved, you have the ability to genetically test them for a wide range of different things, like all sorts of things that could run in your family that could cause the embryo to not make it to term, all the way to what the gender is of that embryo. They can tell you before they put it in. The problem with this is almost exclusively across the board is that it's not covered by insurance. Also, if we were having a child through a heteronormative relationship, there wouldn't be a way for us to test the genetics of the embryo to get this information prior to the embryo being inside of Heather anyways, so we opted out. If everything comes back okay, we can continue on the process from here on out. We're going to be implanting 2 embryos every single time that we go in, which increases our chances to have twins or triplets or more than that. And that already runs in Heather's family. Twins is already a thing that runs in her family, so the chances are even higher. So at this point, it's proceed with caution. We want to figure everything out before we start just implanting 2 embryos into her. We want to get as much information as we can. It's not easy going through an process like IVF or IUI as a heteronormative couple or a heteronormative straight person by themselves much less adding on being a person that is in a same-sex relationship trying to go through this process. It adds a different layer of complications to it, and it's part of why I want to make these videos and share this part of our life with y'all. I know that a lot of the people that are watching these videos are probably people that know me or know my wife, but also there's a lot of people who watch these videos who don't know me. The really long video that I did about IVF, and I'll post that up here, that video is like one of my top viewed videos, and I only have like 22 subscribers, but that video has a ton of views, and I feel like it's because it has a lot of good information in it, that there's a lot of things in there that people just don't get whenever they go to the doctor or they start this process or they're interested in this process, that they just don't get when they go to the doctors or they go to other couples to talk about it, because it's difficult to talk about. So I just wanted to bring everybody along for the ride, because I feel like it's going to be helpful in not just our community, but just in the community of people who are trying to go through IVF or IUI. It's hard enough for my wife, so she's probably not going to be on many of these videos because she's going through physically the process of basically going back through puberty with all of the things that she has to put into her body, all of the hormones that she has to pump her body full of just to go through this process. It's kind of like being a teenager again. So that's why the videos are being made, is to help other people understand. It can be scary, and it shouldn't be that way. It should be exciting, not scary. So I wanted to post these videos, bring everybody along on our little journey, just to share this information and also to be a shoulder to lean on for anybody out there who also may be starting this process or curious about starting this process, or you may be in the thick of this process already out there. And if you are already in the middle of this process, then I hope that some of this information or some of what I'm saying is comforting and helps you. And if you want to reach out, leave a comment. You know, that's what this lovely platform, YouTube, allows us to do, is to communicate. So today we got the biopsy to go do, and then we wait to see what those results are, and then in a couple of weeks, if everything looks good, we go back for 2 little embryo transfers. But at the beginning of the video, I just wanted to take some time to kind of explain some of that. And I appreciate you guys listening and watching. So I'm gonna go in. My wife got me a Red Bull. I'm gonna get myself ready, and then we're gonna go get this thing done. I'm gonna take you along with me. Let's go. We're on our way to go get the biopsy. And my wife's a little bit nervous. Honey, tell me a little bit about why you're nervous. You don't want to tell me why you're nervous?
You know why I'm nervous.
I know why you're nervous. Is you don't want to have a negative outcome. You don't want to have any bad news. Right? Right. Well, keep our minds positive, keep our thoughts positive. Because really, this will give us an insight, it'll give us information on the best route and the best placement for the egg. So this will be informative for us and for the doctor who's helping us. And that's what we want. That's what we want, is that information. Be like, okay, if we just place the egg a little bit further up here, then it should be good to go. And And we get to put 2 eggs in next time, which is exciting, right? Yeah. So we're on our way to go get tacos to do our little ritual before we have procedures like this done. So we're going to grab a couple of breakfast tacos, and then we're going to go to the procedure. All right. We just got done at the oh honey, some realness right here. We just got through with the biopsy, and it wasn't in the surgery center. So when you go to get your embryos put in, you go into the surgery center because they put you under a local anesthetic, and you go into a room that's like all like sanitized and stuff like that. But when you go for a biopsy, they just insert a catheter and they take a sample of tissue. And we were just having a discussion before I hit record. They put in that catheter and they fill up, it looks like a clear straw that you would put into your coffee. And when she pulled it out, it was full of red, like blood and viscera, like sample that she had taken from inside. So it was definitely painful for my wife. She was gripping with her hands and her toes, and it was painful to watch. But now that it's done, in about 10 to 12 days, we'll get some answers back and see what's going on with the biopsy results. And we're moving forward with our 3rd round. So we got it taken care of. That's all we needed to do. So now we're going to go home and relax a little bit. So guys, that's really all we had for today. I know, poor thing. Gonna go home and pamper her. That's all I have, all we have. I really hope that you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and as always, we'll see you on the next video. Peace. You don't like this video?
No.
Why?
I didn't think this is where that was going. I don't like the answer.
Well, you know, with the power of editing, babe, we can always change that.